the morning when I rise, in the morning when I rise, in the morning when I rise, give me Jesus, give me Jesus, give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus. And when I am alone, oh, and when
Hey, my lovely YouTubers, welcome back to another morning coffee with me, Morgan Tracy J. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and join the YouTube family. And if you're old here, girl, go ahead and comment down below and say hi. I have missed you guys. And in today's video, I am talking to you all about prayer journaling. So the first thing about prayer journaling is you need a journal. And your girl writes so much now, so I'm away from journals. I'm in full notebooks and composition books, okay? But truthfully, you want to have a journal. You want to have a notebook. You want to have something specifically that you know every day you're going to sit down and this is yours to write and to reveal and to pour out. However, I do live alone right now, and so I don't have to worry about no one reading my journal. However, even when I lived with my parents, I never had to worry about that. Like, they never read my journal. I don't know why, but they just wasn't interested in it. They probably knew I was writing about Jesus in the first place. But if you're afraid that someone is going to read your journal and you feel like you don't want to put too much detail in it, then that's not a true journal for you. A true journal is when you can just give your everything. You can be like, this hurt me, this offended me, I didn't like this, blah, blah, blah. Like, a true journal is just where you can be your true, authentic self. No filter, no nothing. And that's what I love about prayer journaling. I'm just myself. And so I will say, find a journal. And also, if you have to hide it and tuck it away, keep it with you, whatever you got to do, go ahead and do that. Even when I was in university, I shared a dorm room with one of my friends, and so I always took my journal with me, not because I thought she would look in it, but because I would journal in between classes when I would remember. Like, if I had a chance to sit down between classes and prayer journal, I would do it. So first off, grab a great notebook and also be willing to just have fun with it and let yourself flow. The next thing are topics. So when you are prayer journaling, you want to make sure that you are knowing what to even do. Like, how do you even get greatness out of prayer journaling if you only talk about the same ex-lover? Okay, that's not, like, if you talk about the same person or that same time that your mama offended you in your journal, you're not gonna get a lot out of it. But if you talk about that and then you come to the revelation of that maybe I did something wrong, that maybe now it's time to let that go, that is why prayer journaling is so key. You can talk about these situations, but you want to gain the revelation through it. And I want to tell you, as you begin to write about your feelings and your emotions or even your fears, your goals, you're going to begin to get a hunger to get better and better. So one thing I would love to tell you is that if you want to know like things that I prayer journal about, I have some free prayer journal prompts in the description box below. You can get those, and trust me, they're really going to bless you. But also, I just want to tell you a few that I like to do. There's certain days where I just feel like my prayer journal prompt is find the beauty in today. I tell myself, like, today you're just gonna see beauty. You're gonna find beauty in today. Even if it's like you stacking your water in your cubby over here, but you're just so grateful that God has blessed you to buy water, whatever, you know. Find beauty in today. If it's just staring at the clouds and realizing the beauty in the sky, whatever you have to do is find beauty in today. See, that's just something I do every so often, is when I really need that pick-me-up, I remind myself to find beauty in that day. Many ones I also say, good morning, Lord. I love starting my journal sometimes in the morning just saying like, good morning, Lord, and just begin to tell him what the goals and my hopes are for that day. Like, maybe that day I want to be a blessing at my job. I want to be a blessing in my classroom. I want to be a blessing wherever I'm at. I want to be a blessing as I'm going to work. I want to be a blessing for a friend. Like, maybe that day I just want to be used by God. And so when I say good morning, Lord, sometimes that's me directing and saying, God, I believe that in this day you are going to be a powerhouse in me. I believe in this day that there is not going to be no depression. There's not going to be no anxiety. There's not going to be none of that. But I'm going to stand firm in you, that I'm going to get through the challenges. See, you know, that's a great way of prayer journaling, is building yourself up in the morning. So when I say good morning, Lord, that's me building myself up and saying, God, I know that I can make this day even greater if I lean on you. Another great way in prayer journaling that I love to do is I love to prayer journal about my goals. I can do my monthly goals or a weekly goal or my overall goal for the year. I like to journal about my goals at least once or twice a week. And sometimes it used to be like every day, but that just was like getting a little irritated when you see you're so far away from your goals. So I started doing it like once or twice a week, but I understood that every day I was making little steps towards my goals. So when you prayer journal about your goals, it may be like, I want to go back to school. I want to get an A in that class. I want to get a new car. Whatever that goal may be, I want to encourage you, when you prayer journal about that every day, it's going to entice you. It's going to build up a fire. It's going to make you want to quit prayer journaling and get into working on your goal, okay? It does it to me all the time. And so prayer journaling about your goals at least twice a week can really bless you. And so if that is saying, this month or for this year, I want this much money in my bank account because I want to buy this car or I want to do this. And obviously my goals are pretty behind me right now, but still, you can I journal those all the time. I journal about my goals and my dreams and my passions. And so as you prayer journal, the biggest thing is you want to also find scripture to go with it. See, that's something I love about prayer journaling is as I journal, scripture begins to pop into my mind, but it might not always be like that. Some days it's not any scripture. Sometimes it's just me talking. But that's when I get into my word, I dig down and I get a scripture that can guide me for that day or for that week, a story, a chapter. And so as you do that, you're going to see yourself get so built up with prayer journaling. Honestly, guys, you know me and you know I talk about prayer journaling like 100 because I was this 19-year-old broken girl who just found Jesus but didn't understand nothing about this Christian walk. And I couldn't really explain a lot of my fears and emotions and everything I was feeling. And my prayer journals caught it all. When I go back and look, the woman I am today, I was prayer journaling about her when I was 19. And the woman I am today at 26, I'm prayer journaling about the woman I'm going to be when I'm 30, right? So I want you to be encouraged that you're just guiding yourself to your future self, your better self when you prayer journal. And so I said a lot, but the biggest thing is prayer journaling has blessed me so much, and I hope that it blesses you. So girl, grab your journal, click the link below, grab your prayer journal prompts, and get to work on working on your better self, because I believe in you and I know you can do it. All right, now I gotta go get my morning started because like life has to happen still. So I love you guys. I hope you had a great morning coffee today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in our next one.
In the morning